Hi my friends! Welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is how to speak English fluently in 10 days. Okay, thank you very much for your support. I really hope that you like this video, okay? So, are you ready to start? I hope so. You know, I want to improve my speaking skills urgently. So I want to improve means I want to make them better. So I want to speak better. And urgently means as soon as possible. So I need to do it now. And I can't learn English for years. It means for a very long time. So for 3 years, for 5 years, it's too long to have a basic level in speaking. So to have means if I want to have a basic level in speaking, so the first level or the second level, so not such a high level in speaking. Firstly, the first thing, as you might guess. As you might guess means so as you might know or as you know, I don't have so much time. Secondly, very nice phrases, okay? Secondly, I need an advanced level. Advanced level means the highest level in speaking. So I want to speak English really well. I'll never be satisfied with a basic level. So be satisfied means I will never be happy. I will never be happy about a basic level. So that's not for me, okay? Well, how much time do you have? Not much at all. So really not much, really not much. Can you say it more exactly? Can you say it more exactly? So just can you give me some details? So really, can you tell me how much time you have? Okay, just a little less than a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks means 2 weeks. Couple of means 2 weeks. A little less than 2 weeks or than 14 days. I think you know how to speak English fluently in 10 days. Okay? And you can really give me a hand. A nice phrase, give me a hand, means you can really help me. Alright. I can help. I don't want to guarantee, so I don't want to guarantee that you'll be an advanced English speaker. So guarantee, it means that I don't want to tell you that you'll definitely do it, so that it's true for 100%. No. So it means that not maybe an advanced English speaker, but close to it, close to this level, but not maybe an advanced level, As I need. As means because. As I need to know much about your current level. So current level, so the level which you have now. But I do feel. Do means really. I do feel means but I really feel it's possible. So it's possible, you can do it to reach some fluency in English within 10 days. To reach some fluency, to become fluent in English, within 10 days or in 10 days during this period of time. Okay, that suits me. It means that's okay, that's alright, that suits me, it's okay. It's suitable for me. I want to know more about it. Okay, there are some extremely useful tips that you need to know. So extremely useful tips means very, very useful tips which you need to know. What are they? Don't think that learning English 1 hour a day will help you enormously or will help you greatly. It means that if you think that you learn 1 hour English 1 hour a day and it will be enough for you, no. So this thought or this idea is very naive. So in fact it isn't so, and it has no foundation. It has no foundation means actually there is no reason for thinking this way, no reason, okay? If someone thinks you can learn English fast while learning English, it means while or when you learn English, when you learn English, when you learn English only, okay, only 1 hour a day, it verges on the ridiculous. It's a nice phrase, so you can say it verges on the ridiculous, or it borders on the ridiculous. It means that it's ridiculous, it's absurd, so it's very naive, it's not true, so it's impossible. And in particular means in your case, in your situation, it's totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. It means that you can't accept it, so no way is it good for you, so it isn't good for you at all. Since means because you have such a time limit. It means that you have such a time limit, so I remember that you need just you have just 2 days, so we're talking about it. Okay, good. What do you mean? So what do you want to say? What do you mean? Okay, I mean that you need to learn English much more than 1 hour a day, so 1 hour a day isn't enough. How much? I'm not a magician, okay? And I just want to be as realistic as possible, okay? So I really want to be realistic, okay? So if you have only 10 days, all day, so you need all day. Is it really possible? Why not? Don't learn English only in the classroom. If you do it, if you learn English only in the classroom, you always fall behind. Fall behind means you always, show worse results, so your results won't be so good, worse results than your classmates, results, so you fall behind, so not enough progress, so your progress won't be so good, and your results will be below average, so average, middle, so below average, so less or worse than middle, okay, so not, you won't be a top student, not an average student, so so maybe you'll be one of the worst students, not so good, okay? So the most important point is that, or the most important thing is that you need to think in English during the day. You need to start with translating separate words. Separate words means some words, okay, some phrases, and simple sentences. You need to start with it. Really, it's a crucial point. It means the most important point, so you need to pay attention to it, okay? It's a crucial point. Will it give me fluency? A great deal of fluency. It means lots of fluency. You'll have another level of fluency. I'll be straightforward. Or I'll be direct. So I'll tell you what I really think. Most students fail, so it means that they don't succeed, they don't have a good result, because they use traditional and ineffective methods which can only lead to slow progress. So ineffective methods which aren't good enough, which can only lead to slow progress. So as a result, you only have slow progress, you only make slow progress. Can you give me more details? Right. As a rule, students have just one book and they study it with a teacher who checks their progress. It's so slow. You depend on your teacher and other students too much. Really, it's a problem. You depend on it too much. So we used to express our negative feelings, to express our negative attitude. Okay. So it has also become a very profitable business. It means that profitable business which brings lots of money, yeah, good profit. When it's said, yeah, it's passive voice. When people say, when it's said everywhere that only this method is the best one, or only this method is the best method, I mean learning in the classroom, I totally disagree with it. Okay, a nice phrase. So you can say, I don't agree with it, I disagree. Yeah, but if you want to emphasize, yeah, your idea, you can say, I totally, it sounds even stronger. I totally disagree with it. Yeah, so I don't agree with it at all. People often make money on education and on students. Make money on education students. Yeah. They say that only learning English in the classroom with a teacher can bring the results you need, so can bring or can give you the results you need or you want, or you need to buy a special course. Yeah, you need to buy a special course which has a miraculous effect. Miraculous, which is full of miracles. So you need just to buy for a course, so it's no matter, I mean, it is online or offline, yeah, and you have this miraculous effect, okay? Isn't it right? Isn't it right? Not at all. You'll make some progress, but it isn't very convenient for a teacher, or it isn't very comfortable, convenient, it isn't a good thing for a teacher to tell you that you can use these or those materials, so these or those materials, yeah, so or some materials where you can also check yourself, yeah, it's a problem. So, you know, what often happens in reality is that, so you need to wait, yeah, for a teacher, so no one can check your work, just only a teacher. It's a problem, yeah. So you need to have some materials where you can check yourself, yeah, so that you learn English by yourself, so without paying money, and do it effectively. Teachers often want you to come to them to pay, and it's a sad fact. Or as people want you, yeah, to pay, it's a sad fact. Yeah, so people aren't interested in your progress, but they are interested in your pocket, in your money. It's a sad fact, really, not so good. Really, that's it. It means that's true. Almost no one is interested in it. Or few people are interested in it. I mean, in giving you resources, I mean materials, information, advice, or even saying that you can learn English without a teacher. Yes, so just imagine it. So an English teacher tells you that, okay, you can learn English without a teacher. So it can sound fantastic, unbelievable, but it's true, it's possible. So it isn't very convenient for a teacher to say so. It's a sad fact. So I suppose, I think it's a vitally important point. So it's a very, very important point. It's a crucial point, or it's a point of great importance, or it's a point of vital importance, a very, very important point. So you need to have a very clear idea in your mind that it mostly depends on you. Yeah, don't depend on the classroom. Okay, good. So are you against taking English classes? No way, no way. It means of course not. Of course not. Okay, I fully support them. I fully support these classes, so these lessons, if only, or on condition, if we have this condition, you're provided with all the necessary materials, so with all the materials you need to learn on your own, or to learn by yourself and effectively. The thing is that, or the fact is that, the problem is that you're often not given these materials. Yeah, it's a problem, so you don't see these materials, you don't know how to learn English by yourself, yeah? Or the materials aren't good enough, yeah, it's another problem. So maybe you're given some materials, But what about the quality of these materials? Yeah, it's often so bad. Yeah, it's so sad. Okay? Okay, to sum up, so if we want to make a conclusion, I need to study all day for these 10 days, and I shouldn't, right? And I shouldn't be over dependent on my teacher. I mean, when I depend on him or her too much. Think in English, or maybe not only in English, yeah, just trying to translate something, yeah, in my head should be my regular practice, right? Is that all? Well, you need to do some more things. What is it? So what is it, okay? So you need to have lots of speaking practice during all these days. So lots of or a lot of speaking practice. The more, the better. Or the more practice you have, the better. So it's a very important thing. So I can take lots of English lessons every day for more than 2 hours. Am I right? So yeah, when you have English lessons every day and they last for more than 2 hours, so am I right? So is it a good idea? So if you can afford it, it means if you have money to pay for it, it's an absolutely brilliant idea. It's an absolutely brilliant idea. It means it's a very, very good idea. So you can say it's a brilliant idea or it's an absolutely brilliant idea to learn English with a teacher for more than 2 hours and every day. So personally, I have this experience. I mean, when students ask me just, actually to talk, to them in English and help them, and they just wanted, to study for more than 2, 3, or even 4 hours. Yeah, this practice can take place. Yeah. However, you don't necessarily need to do it. It means actually there is no need to do it, so you don't need to pay, so you don't need to take these English classes. So you can find different speaking partners. So the problem is that you can't reach fluency in English, or you can't get this fluency fast while talking just to one person. So you need to, to have different people to talk to, different speaking partners. You need to get used to different speaking partners, not just to one person. Yeah, it's a very important thing. Yeah, it sounds reasonable. So reasonable, it means that really I think it's a good idea. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so thanks. Let me go on, or let me continue. Okay. I also guess you can't think in English and speak English all day. So I also think so. It's very difficult. Okay, so it can be really tiring, or yeah, it can be really exhausting. You'll get tired or exhausted very quickly, as means because it's a very intensive training. So maybe you want to do it, you have this desire, but it's very difficult, yeah, for your head. Yeah. Okay, so what are you suggesting? You also need to listen to English speech a lot, no matter what you do. So when you do other things, okay? Only these things? Not only. It is often said that you can reach fluency in English without good grammar. Okay? Yeah, it's wrong. If you don't, it's wrong if you don't live in an English-speaking country. Yeah, so it's very easy, for native speakers to say so. Yeah, just you don't need any grammar at all. Yeah, since they've been living in this English-speaking country for a while, so for a very long time. But you know that your story is different, and you need to learn everything. You need to know grammar. Basic grammar first, but not only basic. It's a very important thing, okay? So how can you explain it? I mean that if you're unsure about something, you'll have to make pauses, really. Maybe you want to say something in English, but you aren't sure. Maybe it is right, maybe it isn't, and you make pauses. Yeah, your speech won't seem natural and fast enough. Yeah, you'll be speaking slowly. What else can you say? You shouldn't be afraid of mistakes. Show me a person who doesn't make mistakes. Your main aim or your main task is to express your point of view. Express, you need to say what you think and get your message across. So get your message across is a nice phrase, so you need to explain it to another person so that they understand your message or your idea and get your message across. You also need to focus on most important words and phrases. Yeah, most important. You can't know everything. Please, don't learn unimportant words. Don't do it, yeah, which are never used, and don't learn unnecessary phrases. So phrases maybe which are only in books. Yeah, you don't need them. You can waste lots of time. So all in all, or in conclusion, you need to do everything which has already been mentioned above. Yeah, so we are talking about it, or been talking it, I think, yeah, very productively to reach more fluency in English. Okay, so I really hope that you follow these tips and you enjoy our lessons on the channel English Professionally, and I want to wish you good luck, my friends. See you. Bye. Hi, my friends. Welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is Advanced Speaking in 10 days. So this video is extremely important. Really, how can you become an advanced speaker in 10 days? So, are you ready to know it? I hope so, okay? So, I have an intermediate level, and I'm really determined to reach an advanced level in English speaking. So, intermediate, you know that it means middle, and I'm really determined, yeah, a nice phrase for speaking. I mean, it means that I really want, I'm really determined, I'm really serious about it, I'm really determined to reach or to have an advanced level in English speaking, okay? And so I have a question: how long will it take me? So really, how long? So a week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months or more? Okay, so taking into account the fact that your level is about intermediate, yeah, a really nice phrase. So you can say taken into account, or there is another similar phrase you might know, so it's taken into consideration. It means that if we consider this fact, so if we have this fact, yeah, that your level is about intermediate, yeah, so we have this fact, and so it can take you no more, it can take you no more than 10 days, yeah, no more than 10 days, really. So if you have a good intermediate level, no more than 10 days, yeah, and if we're talking about speaking, yeah, so you can become an advanced English speaker, okay? Good. Incredible, incredible or impossible, unbelievable, okay? Don't you believe it? Don't you believe it? I believe it. Why not? I just want to know how I can achieve such a brilliant result, or how can I have such a brilliant result, such a great result. So I really want this result, and it's a real deadline. So it's a real deadline. So if you have a deadline, it means that you need to do something urgently as soon as possible. So you have a time limit, and so we have this time limit, yeah, 10 days, and it's a real deadline. So we have a deadline, we have this time limit, and we need to do it, okay, urgently, so as soon as possible. Okay, take it easy, yeah, a nice phrase, it means relax, okay, relax, take it easy. We'll focus on these tips, yeah, so we're going to talk about it, so don't worry, so everything will be okay. Okay, so my friends, I wish I knew all these tips. Yeah, a great structure, so you know that if you have I wish, you use past simple, I wish I knew. It means that it's just my wish, and in fact, I don't know all these tips and I wish I knew all these tips and had an advanced level in speaking. Okay? Yeah, okay. The thing is that, or the problem is that, yeah, I'm talking about an advanced level in speaking. If you want to have an advanced level in all possible parts of English, so or in different parts of English, I mean it's a nice phrase, so you can use it when you actually give different explanations. So I mean grammar, vocabulary, listening and writing, you'll need more time. Okay, so not only speaking, yeah, so but you also need to focus maybe on grammar, vocabulary, listening and writing. Yeah, but you know, we're talking about speaking right now. Okay, good. How long? Maybe a month or a couple of months. A couple of months means 2 months. If you study really hard and if you are gifted in languages. So if you are gifted in languages, it means that if you have a talent, if you are a talented person, yeah, concerning languages, so you can have an advanced level. So in a month or in a couple of months, I mean, if we look at all these aspects, I mean, all these parts, grammar, vocabulary, listening, writing, whatever, so different things, okay? Okay, it suits me, yeah, nice phrase. It suits me, it means it's okay for me, or it's suitable for me, it's okay for me. If I have an advanced level in speaking, in a couple of weeks, yeah, or in 2 weeks, I'll be fully satisfied. I'll be fully satisfied, yeah, I'll be really happy, so I'll be absolutely happy, yeah, I'll be fully satisfied, okay? Good, so really good. So I have the same thoughts, or I have the same ideas, I have the same opinion. First of all, yeah, or the first thing, yeah, we learn English for speaking. We learn English for speaking. It's our main priority. It's our main priority. So we put it in the first place. It's the most important thing for us. I mean, to speak English perfectly like native speakers. Yeah. Okay, briefly speaking, what are these main tips? So briefly speaking or shortly speaking, so I'll try to be short or I'll try to be brief. What are these main tips? Okay. Incredible as it may seem, your main aim is to make sure you're perfectly aware of one fundamental difference between these 2 levels, so that you can work out the best strategy possible. Okay, the thing is that, yeah, nice phrase, yeah, the thing is that I understand what it all means, yeah, what it all means, but I usually speak English much more simply. It means that I don't use, I mean, difficult, you know, structures, vocabulary or words. I just use simple English, yeah. So if you speak English simply, yeah, simply, you use simple words, simple structures, okay, simple vocabulary, and so on. Okay, so the word simple has nothing to do with an advanced level. Yeah, a very good phrase. So has nothing to do means that actually it isn't about this level, it isn't about this advanced level, so you know, it's for another level, yeah, and it has mostly to do with an elementary or basic level. Okay, please keep in mind these 2 great phrases for speaking. Has nothing to do, yeah, with an advanced level, so it isn't about it, and has mostly to do, it's mostly about it, yeah, it has mostly to do with an elementary or basic level, yeah. If you, I mean, use like this phrases like this, I like, I want, I think, yeah, if you, or you, I mean, mostly use present simple, past simple, future simple, only these things, yeah, or like adjectives like this, good, bad, so it's really very simple. It has nothing to do with advanced level, yeah, it's for this basic level. Do you see? Yeah, it's pretty clear. So pretty clear, yeah. One more interesting phrase. So pretty means quite clear. It's quite clear, so it's really clear. Yeah, it's really clear. Okay. So the first tip, yeah, one tip. So the first tip is that you need to know the difference between these two levels. I mean, intermediate and advanced, and not just vaguely. So what is vaguely? Vaguely means unclearly. Vaguely means unclearly, so when it isn't so clear for you. Not just vaguely, but on the contrary. But you need to have the opposite, yeah, thing in your mind, so you need to know it very clearly. So really, what's the difference? What's the difference between, I mean, intermediate and advanced level, yeah? What's the difference between these two levels? So you need to know the criteria, and then it will be possible for you to think about, I mean, how you can reach this level, how you can reach this level. So let's look at this passage one more time. Yeah, passage, I mean short text, and try to understand what it's all about. Yeah, and try to understand what it's all about. So try to understand the meaning. Okay, so okay, let's do it. So as you see, so I said it, but very shortly, without any explanations at all. Yeah, let's have a look at about it one more time. So you see, incredible as it may seem, okay, so I mean that, so if you hear this phrase, yeah, incredible as it may seem, okay, you think, oh, what a nice phrase, what an interesting phrase, what a great phrase. So I think your level is really very high. So I think that you know English very well. So you use, I mean, actually such brilliant or such amazing phrases, incredible as it may seem. It means, in other words, it means that it's hard to believe, yeah, incredible as it may seem, so it's really incredible. But just look, I mean, at the way this phrase sounds, okay? So your main aim, okay, not just aim, but main aim. So as you see, so we use different linking words, things which connect, they connect the parts of the sentences, yeah, and they help us, so they connect the parts of the sentences, and they help us actually to structure our ideas, so we have a clear structure, and you see, it's more understandable, incredible as it may seem, your main aim is, and you also need to use different adjectives, different adverbs, so it's very important. So you need to focus on adjectives and adverbs, not just good, bad, not this simple adjective, is to make sure, yeah, and it's a nice phrase. It also, you know, connects parts of the sentences, yeah, to make sure, in other words, it's to be sure you are perfectly aware of one fundamental difference. Okay, I know that you can say that you know one difference or one big difference. Yeah, if you say, if you know one big difference, it's okay, but you can say not if you know, but if you are aware of. It means that if you know it, if you are perfectly aware, it means if you know it very well. And you know that it's very important to know different adjectives, adverbs, but not separately. You don't need to, to have only, a list of these adjectives, but you need to have these phrases. We call them collocations. So you need to know most common collocations for this advanced level, yeah? And so not big difference, but fundamental difference. It means great difference, most important difference, yeah, between these two levels, so that you can work out the best strategy possible. So work out means so that you can have and follow it. So it's about phrasal verbs. So you can't do without phrasal verbs. So you just need to have a list of phrasal verbs, maybe 250 phrasal verbs or 300 phrasal verbs, you know that we have these videos, and use them in your speech. If you use phrasal verbs, you know, you'll sound really smart, yeah? And so, you know, actually it isn't so difficult to understand phrasal verbs. They are pretty easy. Okay, so you can work out the best strategy possible. So you can say the best strategy or the best strategy possible. So it's one more grammar structure. Yeah, so you need to understand grammar too, but not grammar, I mean elementary grammar, but grammar which can tell me, I mean, and I will understand immediately that your level is advanced, advanced grammar structures, but not just basic things. Okay, so very important things. Okay, so really you need to know these linking words, you need to know different collocations and advanced grammar structures, yeah? Just you have, you see these examples. Okay, to sum up, yeah, to sum up, you just need, yeah, to sum up means, so in conclusion, you just need to know these lists of most useful phrases for speaking, yeah, suitable for this level. Suitable for this level means which are okay for this level. It means that, yeah, just let me explain it. So the problem is that if you start looking for it online, yeah, you often see unnatural, so phrases which aren't so natural and rarely met or rarely used phrases, yeah, really, we have it, and or for low levels. So you can see lots of phrases, yeah, but mostly for low levels, so not higher than intermediate, yeah. It's a pity, it's a very sad fact. And secondly, most of these phrases are natural and aren't so good, yeah. So, and let me give you an example of these phrases. What I mean, it's like, you know, incredible as it may seem. Just one more phrase. Amazing as it may seem, so it's just a kind of this structure. I mean, incredible as it may seem, amazing as it may seem. So this structure is for advanced students, yeah, that's true. Then to put it mildly, it means that I just don't want actually to be rude, but I want to say it politely. So to put it mildly or to say it mildly, so if I want to say it politely, or for example, surprisingly enough, strangely enough, and so on. And so if you know these phrases, let's say 100, or I think it's better now, 200 phrases, yeah, your speaking will be unbelievable. And you know, it won't take you long, yeah, just to memorize all these phrases and start practicing it, yeah, in your daily life, in daily English conversation. Well, so, and so on. Okay, so secondly, you need to know a special list of collocations, like, yeah, let me give you an example of these collocations. So bitterly disappointed, it means you're really disappointed. Okay, yeah, you can say I'm very sad, I'm upset, I'm so unhappy, but yeah, it's for elementary, mostly for elementary students. So advanced students use more advanced vocabulary, and the speech is always full of different collocations. Next, highly successful, it means very, very successful. So you can say that he's a very successful businessman, or he's a highly successful businessman. So why highly, why successful, how can we translate it? You know, it's really difficult to translate it, I mean normally, but the fact is that it sounds very natural in English, highly successful. Or one more thing, yeah, blissfully unaware. So we talked about it, so aware or of, I mean that you remember this phrase. So if you are perfectly aware of, so if you are aware of something, it means you know it. So I'm aware of this fact, I mean, I know this fact, so I'm aware of the fact that there are lots of great videos on the channel English Professionally. Or but the opposite thing is unaware, yeah, so I was unaware of that fact, I didn't know it, or I was blissfully unaware, and you know, it just to make it sound stronger. Okay, good. So is it enough? So if you do it, yeah, good thing. So your speaking will get much more advanced, yeah. And you know, one more important point. So you don't need to know 30,000 English words or more, yeah, to sound like an advanced speaker, really. So students often think, okay, I learn 20,000 English words, 30, 50, 100, so a million, yeah, and so my level will be, you know, so high. No, things don't work this way, okay? In fact, yeah, you think that you just need to have these lists, yeah, and I mean, not the list of English words. You need to have this list of English phrases. So don't learn English words, learn them in context, learn English phrases, collocations, phrases, okay? And you can memorize them, I mean, this list of collocations, phrases, and start using them effectively, let's say in 10 days. So you don't need, you know, 1000 English collocations, but I think 200 or so will be enough, okay? Good. Okay, so and it's more than enough, yeah. If you really get down to learning English really seriously, it's bound to happen. Okay, so what? Maybe you want me to repeat it? Okay, no problem. It's about the next useful tips. It's about the next useful tips. Look, it's more than enough. If you really get down to, so get down is a phrasal verb. It means start. It means start. If you really start learning English really seriously, it's bound to happen. Bound to or certain to. You can also hear, yeah, this actually variant, certain to. It means that I'm sure it will happen. So you can say I'm sure it will happen, or it is certain to happen. So which phrase actually will sound more advanced? If you say I'm sure it will happen, or it's bound to happen, or it's certain to happen. So you see the difference. So then you need to use phrases like these ones, okay? And right, yeah, you're absolutely right. So it's about the next useful tips, okay? So you need to know what? You need to know phrasal verbs, and not only to know, but to use them in your speech, yeah, and advanced grammar structures, yeah. So this thing is about phrasal verbs, whereas this second thing, yeah, is about advanced grammar structures. And let me tell you what I mean. Okay, so what is it all about? I just want to say, or I only want to say, that students want to know advanced grammar, and they spend months on learning some points, maybe some difficult points, yeah, concerning tenses or about tenses or related to tenses, okay, like present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. You know that there is some information, I mean, for intermediate level, actually concerning these tenses. There is some information for advanced level, yeah, concerning these tenses, and they actually try to learn these exceptions and so on. However, they don't realize that it isn't for a high level. It isn't for a high level, really. How should I understand it? Okay, so if you use different English tenses, so even if you know all possible exceptions, you won't sound like an advanced student. Okay, since it means because it's mostly intermediate grammar. Okay, really? So you can know, you may know, I mean, all English tenses. You know active voice, passive voice. So you know difficult structures about tenses, but it isn't for this advanced level. So for this advanced level, you need to know other structures. And if you actually spend lots of time, yeah, on learning tenses and so on, you won't sound like an advanced student. Okay. So nevertheless, but if you use advanced grammar structures, yeah, if you use it in your speech, okay, sorry for my typos, yeah, so sorry, okay, I'll understand it at once, yeah. So it's like, you know, incredible as it may seem, so I hear it, yeah, and I understand, oh, you know a lot about speaking. Or it's like, you know, bound to a center, oh, you know a lot, so you don't know just basic things, you understand it at once. Okay, good. Please explain it. Okay, no problem, I can do it one more time. I mean, if I hear, for instance, it's bound to happen. So for instance means, for example, it's bound to happen or it's certain to happen. I'll understand that you really know and you can use the structures not just for intermediate level, yeah? So your speech should be full of difficult grammar structures, not just tenses. So English grammar isn't only about tenses, so you need to use more advanced structures. Is that all? Not really. So you also need to understand that you have a time limit, so you don't have years or decades, yeah, to learn English. If you have just 10 days or even less, so you don't have time for reading or listening a lot. So, you can often hear, okay, you need to read a lot, to listen a lot, but the question is, okay, what should I read? What should I listen? So it will take me actually so long, months or maybe years, okay? And you need to do the following. Look, you need to translate everything you have in your mind. So maybe you have something in your mind, some ideas, and you need to translate all these ideas. How? From your mother tongue into English. And English should be in your head all day, but not simple phrases, not simple grammar structures, not simple vocabulary. When you think in English or when you translate something from your mother tongue into English, yeah, if you actually haven't actually acquired the skill to think in English, use the lists we were talking about. So you have these lists, of linking words, so grammar structures, advanced grammar structures, phrasal verbs, and so think in English and translate, but use more difficult things, yeah, which actually have been already mentioned in this great video course. Okay, my friends, thanks a lot for your support, really, thanks a million, and I wish you good luck and good progress. Okay, see you, my friends. Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally. Thanks a lot for your support, thanks for your likes, shares and comments, and I'm so happy that I'm recording this video for you. It's really so important, yeah, and I believe that everyone should watch this video, okay? So really, 10 secrets how to learn English fast. Yeah, really, we need to learn English fast. Okay, so I'm so tired and I don't see the way out. So I don't see the way out means I don't know what to do. What's the problem? I have been learning English for 2 years and, to tell you the truth, it means that that's true, it's really so. I feel my progress is really slow. I hate it. I really hate it, and I have no idea what's going wrong. So I really hate it. So, just imagine it, okay? So I have been learning English means that for 2 years means that I started learning English 2 years ago, yeah, it's in the past, and I'm still doing it, and I don't have progress. Okay, not good. Okay, if I were you, I would also start feeling nervous. If I were you, yes, it's unreal, and then we have would plus verb. I would also start feeling nervous. By the way, so anyway, so I want to know this thing, what's your level? I think it's about pre-intermediate. Okay, pre-intermediate. Okay, how regularly do you study English? Well, I try to learn English every day, minimum 1 hour. So minimum 1 hour. So you want to say that you've reached just pre-intermediate level after learning for 2 years and every day for 1 hour? Right. If you were an absolute beginner, so a beginner who knows absolutely nothing, yeah, about English, it isn't as terrible as you might think. So terrible, it means not bad. It isn't as terrible as you might think. It means that it isn't so bad. It isn't so bad. So maybe you think that it's really terrible, but in fact it isn't. So if you were an absolute beginner, so maybe this result isn't perfect, but it isn't terrible. It isn't terrible, okay? Okay, so, really? Yeah, but let me finish. Let me finish. So I want to finish. Let me finish. Meanwhile, anyway, or I want to tell you, meanwhile, it could have been much faster too. So could have been means that it's about the past. It could have been much faster. So really, it took too long, so too much time. So yeah, actually, we need to do it faster. Okay, what do you mean? I mean that we can achieve this result in a couple of months. Couple means two, in 2 months, or even less if we use the right technique. Technique, or we also name it as method, okay? So you understand that. So if you know this right method, technique, you can have this result in a couple of months or in 2 months. What is this technique? There are 10 secrets. Follow them and you'll be a fast English learner. Enjoy learning English. Yeah, we say enjoy doing. Enjoy learning English. Your level will be advanced soon. So advanced, it's the highest level in English. So beginner, it's very low level, and then there are other levels, and advanced, it's very, very high level. It's impossible to believe it. It's impossible to believe it. Why don't you believe? Why don't you believe? Really, why don't you believe? This idea is in your mind. You have this idea that to learn English, you need to learn slowly, okay? Who put this idea in your mind? Really, who put this idea in your mind? Why do you have this idea in your mind? You know, there are fast methods, fast ways, which lead to fast progress. As I guess, or as I think, so as I guess, 99% of people do like a crowd. So what is a crowd? It's lots of people, so they don't know what they really need. So it's often this way. They do like a crowd, yeah? As a result, they learn English slowly and ineffectively. But you know that we need to learn English effectively, only this way. Moreover, it means that I want to add something more. They feel depressed, so it means very sad, not happy, unhappy, and lose any desire or any wish to continue their studies. So they say, oh no, that's enough, I don't want it, so I can't, so English is not for me, and so things like that, often happen. Have you ever experienced this kind of feeling? So experience means have you ever experienced, or have you ever had this kind of feeling? Have you ever felt it? Many times. So you know what it's all about, so you know what's it all about. Okay, we'd better hurry up. So we'd better means we had better hurry up. It means that we need to hurry up, yeah? We need to hurry up. We need to talk about it more quickly. So this information is good, but we need to talk about it more quickly. Okay, no problem. All right. I'm not going to take your time. I'll be speaking shortly, but yeah, I'm not going to take your time. It means that, I'll be speaking very shortly, but very interestingly, in a very interesting way, effectively, in a very effective way, and persuasively. It means that these things are very important, and I'll try to make you feel that these things I mean that it isn't only theory. These things really work, and I'll give you, some facts from my own life experience. Yeah, it isn't just words. So it's much more. It's a very good method, not just one method, but very good and effective methods. Yeah, to the best of my abilities. So I'll try to actually to explain it really well to the best of my abilities, or to the best of my abilities. I'll try to do it. Okay. Thank you. Let's start with the first secret. So start with simple grammar. You don't need lots of grammar, but just the basics of it. The basics of it means the most important grammar. You know what often happens in reality or in our life, okay? So what happens? That students often memorize phrases, so they learn some phrases, and they have a feeling that they can speak in any situation, but they fail. It means that they have big problems. They can't do it, so they can't be successful in it, and they become over-dependent on these poor vocabulary and phrases. So over-dependent means they depend too much. Just phrases, okay, how are you, how's life, and just these phrases. They can't make up English phrases by themselves, and it's a big problem. And you see, it's a big problem. They know what to say and answer in very simple situations, but the saddest thing is that, the saddest, it means that's the worst thing, so this thing is very, very bad. It's very sad that they are unable, so they can't. Unable means they can't, unable to make up English sentences by themselves, okay? So they need to remember these phrases. So if they remember, they can speak. If they don't remember, they can't speak. But it's very bad, you understand? So if you don't have this skill, yes, and it's a skill when you can do it, your progress will be very slow. You can't learn all English sentences for all situations. You can't do it. It's virtually impossible. So in fact, it's impossible. It's virtually impossible. Okay, good. I see what you mean. My knowledge of grammar isn't so good and isn't so bad at the same time, but I always have a fear. Means I'm afraid. I have a fear. I am afraid that I'll say something incorrectly. Incorrectly means something wrongly. I'll make a mistake. If it happens, it's bad. You need to be sure about your speech. You need to be sure that your English is good, is right, is correct. If you're unsure just sometimes, it's okay. If you're unsure just sometimes, it's okay. But if it's every time, so you know that it's difficult to be sure about all things, and if it's just sometimes you're not sure, it's okay. But if you're unsure about all your sentences, it's really bad. Okay, every time you need to, to do what? You need to start working on it immediately. Immediately means right now. So do something to change the situation. Do something about that. Okay, I'll try to do it. What else? You also need to learn English words effectively. Really learn English words effectively. I often observe this situation, or I often see this situation. I meet this situation in my life. Really. Often observe this situation. What is this situation? Please listen. Some students are given a text for translation, so they need to translate this text. They spend 2 hours on translating it, and they are absolutely sure, so they are really sure that they did a great job, so at the same time, or when they don't understand one small thing. So they can do it, yeah, they can do it, yeah, they can translate everything, they can study, I think they study very hard, but they don't understand one small thing. What is it? It's almost a useless thing. A useless means that this thing isn't good, this method doesn't work, so it isn't a good idea. So we don't see any use, any good result. It's almost a complete waste of time. So yeah, most of these words are unnecessary, so we don't need these words. Okay, I'll put it another way. So good phrase. So I'll put it another way, or I'll say it another way. Okay, so unnecessary, or unpopular, uncommon. So these words are very rarely met. It means that, yeah, these words aren't popular, aren't common, and we meet them only sometimes, maybe one time in our life, and this one time is only now, yeah? And they are students, and they don't understand that they'll never meet some of these words in their life. Yes, it's a real pity, it's a terrible thing, okay? I hear it for the first time. I read different texts and I take everything for granted. Okay, so you see, I take everything for granted. It means that so some English teachers, yeah, they can give me a text and I read, I translate, and so I just do what they actually want from me, and so I don't try to understand it's good or bad. Okay, so don't do it. Yeah, so I mean, don't translate these very boring and unnecessary texts. You need to choose the most effective materials, but not useless, which slow down your progress greatly. So they slow down your progress, so you learn very slowly because of these useless textbooks, texts, videos. Okay. Okay, I hope that you understand my idea. So, okay, what's next? You need to read lots of simple texts for a start. Only this way. If you read only difficult texts, it will easily lead to confusion and misunderstanding, yeah? Only confusion and misunderstanding. So confusion, it means that okay, you will not understand many things, so it will be very difficult for you, and misunderstanding, it's almost the same, yeah? So start with simple things for a start and see your progress. 4. Listen to it too. So yeah, you read and listen to it too. Read and listen. Personally, I don't understand students who only read. So I can say personally, or as for me, if you want to know my opinion or if you want to hear what I think about all this, I don't understand students who only read. This method is associated with the previous generation. Okay, so associated. It means that actually when I see this situation, okay, I remember maybe the time which was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when we had only books for reading. Yes, it's the previous generation, so not this time, not modern time, it's 20, 30 years ago. Okay, so it isn't so good. So read and listen, read and listen. Can you clarify this point? So can you clarify, or can you make clear? Can you make clear this point or this idea? So can you explain it? Can you explain it? Okay, you have one text. You can read it quickly and feel satisfied or feel happy. It's one way. So yeah, you can read it quickly and you feel satisfied. It's one way. Maybe you don't understand some words, but okay, you feel, okay, I read this text, it's so good. However, there is another way. There is another way. You read and listen. It's like what we are doing now. You read, yeah, you read with your eyes and you listen with your ears. You hear how to pronounce everything correctly. So pronunciation is very important, really, it's so important. Yeah, so if you read it, it's good, but it's slow. Both your eyes. So when you read and listen, both your eyes and your ears work. It means that your eyes and your ears work at the same time. You also translate unknown words, because you know this text is effective and 99% of these words are important, yeah? So you also translate words which you don't know, unknown words, and you read effective texts. So the problem is that we just talked about it, that students choose or have a text which is full of difficult words which will never need in their life, and it's terrible. Citation is terrible, but you need to read effective texts, effective texts, with good words, with popular words, mostly popular words. All these words are important, so it's a very important thing. Okay, I mostly read no and no. That's why your progress is so slow. That's why your progress is so slow. So you need to listen, not only read as in the previous generation. You are a great teacher. Thank you so much. We need to go ahead. So listen to what you've already listened when you do other things. Okay? So it's a very important thing, yeah? It's a very important thing. Listen to what you've already listened. Yeah? It's a very good training. But listen to other texts, yes, listen to other texts, conversations, videos, or when you are busy with something else. When you are busy with something else, just listen, and listen. And so I will explain it. I will explain it to you. Look, as I see, you learn English 1 hour a day. 1 hour, I mean 1 hour a day. In fact, so in reality we see you can sit in front of your computer or a book for this time, for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, but not more. But learning is another thing. Learning isn't sitting in front of the computer. Learning isn't learning only with a book. No. Learning is another thing. It's a different thing, and you should know it, okay? For example, you can walk in the park and listen. Yeah? You can go somewhere, or somewhere means to some place and listen. So listen and listen. So some students say, okay, it's easier. Okay, so maybe it's easy, but why don't you do it? So you don't do it and you don't have progress. So you know that all genius things are simple and easy, but we put all these genius things together in this video. Okay, so all genius things are simple, but if it's easy, why don't you do it really? I don't understand. So listen and listen, have progress. Okay, so you won't have this problem any longer. You won't have this problem. Okay, the next thing is that you need to learn systematically. So what is it? And I'll give you a real example. So what I mean is that you need to focus on grammar, listening and reading. So not only on grammar, not only on listening, not only on reading. So you need to focus on all these things. And don't miss your lessons. So learn English every day. Okay? So, and I'll give you an example from my life, okay? So when I was learning English very effectively or very hard, I had my own rule. So rule, it means that I had one thing and I always followed it. So it's the following. Yeah, so what I did, yeah, just in present simple, I study with this grammar book. So I studied, yeah, I study with this grammar book, and I do minimum 1 unit a day. So yeah, so the book can contain 100 maybe units, or maybe there are 100 units in one book, and you think, oh, it's a lot, 100 units. When will I have free time to study all these units, to learn all these things? And okay, no, I'll start it later. No, so I did it 1-2 units every day. So and I studied that book in 30 days, so step by step. And you see, next I read 2 or 3 chapters a day, or chapters. It can be a book or some text or some conversations, but something which you do regularly. And then, very important thing, some students just read. No, don't just read, you also listen. You also listen to them, okay? Important, very important thing. Well, okay, so when I do other things, I listen to English. It's also a part of this system. So when I do other things, I listen to English. So not only learning in the classroom, no, it isn't effective. Just you need to learn when you do other things. If you do something like this every day, it will definitely bear fruit. So it will definitely, or certainly, or of course, so I'm sure it will bear fruit. So bear fruit, it means that you'll have a good result. You'll have a good result, you'll have progress, more and more progress, and you'll be happy and happier, so you will be feeling more and more optimistic. Okay, good. I'll try to do the same. It means that, okay, I'll try to do it. I need to have a plan. Right. I guess you use lots of resources at the same time and not systematically. You really guessed it. Yeah, so really it's a very common problem. So you just want maybe to know some information about present simple and you start looking for it online. So, and you actually find one website and you go to the next, and so it can take very long and without a good result. So it's very, very bad. So, okay. And so choose the most important resources for you. And study, yeah, choose the most important resources for you. So you can't study with 100 websites, no. Okay, very good. What's left? Do more exercises, very important thing, do more exercises. Don't think that you can learn English without them. You are likely to forget everything very fast without them. So likely to forget, it means that I really think that you'll forget, likely to forget. So I really think that you'll forget everything very fast without them. So if you just read maybe about grammar, but if you don't do exercises, it's very difficult, really difficult. And exercises not only for writing, but for speaking too. Next, find a speaking partner. Yeah, it's important, very important. Yeah. So this process of learning English should be, not boring, but interesting and exciting. So have fun, and overcome the language barrier. So overcome, okay, the language barrier. Maybe you're afraid of speaking. Yes, it's difficult for you to speak. I understand it can be. So, okay, just practice. So English is not only reading, not only grammar, not only listening, it's speaking too, okay? And you don't need to pay for your lessons, yeah? So, some students think that, okay, yes, I need to find a teacher and I can make good progress only with a teacher. No, why do you think so? Actually, I can tell that from my own life experience, I can tell that I've never taken any private lessons. I have never taken any private lessons. So simply because I didn't have money for it. See, and so it's okay, no problem. Okay, yeah. If you have money, yes, it's good. But if you don't have money, it's okay too. You don't need to pay. You don't need to pay for these lessons. Okay. Okay. So good. I need more tips. No problem. Welcome. So when your level gets higher, upper intermediate. So when your level is upper intermediate, listen to native speakers. Listen to native speakers more and more. Not just adapted books, stories, or conversation, just real English speech. So listen to different sources, to different things. Listen to the radio, TV, podcasts, videos, and so on. Okay, good. So the last two secrets are in the end. Yeah, they are in the end, but don't think they are unimportant. Don't think they're they aren't important at all. Okay. So number 9. Actually, and maybe I need to put it in the first place, but not in the ninth place, in the first place. So you need to have motivation or an aim, to learn fast. If you have it, you'll find time. Yeah, please think about it. So the problem is that we often say, okay, I have no time, or I don't have time, okay, not now, later, tomorrow. Yes, it's because you have maybe motivation, but it isn't strong enough. Yeah, you have an aim, but maybe it isn't clear enough, maybe it isn't a big aim and you don't need it. So please think about it. So you need to have motivation or an aim. Yeah, and the last thing, very important thing, my friends, yeah, not just my friend, my friends, watch this channel, English Professionally. Yeah, the channel is very important and which is growing, yeah, with your help and support. Yeah, thanks for your help, thanks for support. And it's the mission of this channel to help you learn English effectively and fast. So not only boring grammar, but effective, good grammar. So lessons on speaking and lessons on how to learn English effectively and fast. It's very important to understand it. Okay, my friends, I'm so happy that I've recorded this information for you, and really I want to thank you for your support, and not only for your support, for comments, any comments, positive, negative. So if it's criticism, it's okay to just, I want to improve, I want actually to be a better teacher, coach. And okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for everything, my friends. And I'm really lucky that you're watching this video. And so, I'm also thinking, yeah, at present that I'm very lucky. I'm thinking about, this idea about one thing, that I'm very lucky that I have this opportunity, and I have students like you, and you are the best. So you watch this video till the end, and just I wish you actually to start following these tips, and I wish you good progress, and I hope that you learn English much faster. Okay, thank you very much, my friends. See you. Bye.